Hi, I'm Megan, and I'm joined with one of our fantastic client managers, Katie. We are Twice as Nice Recruiting, where we build every single search from scratch. We have a 9.9% placement fee, and we guarantee your placements for 18 months. I'm really excited to talk with Katie today because she has a really interesting case study on an executive operations administrator. Tell me about this role. What did it entail, and what was the client looking for?
Sure. So this was an executive operations administrator role. It was a new position for our clients, and they were really hoping to find somebody with an administrative background to support the executive team, but also someone who could play a role in the operational efficiency of the company.
So, Katie, tell me about this client and why they needed this role filled.
Sure. So this client's based out of Southern Massachusetts. They're a mid-sized family-owned company, and they are a manufacturer of marine equipment. So anything from sailboat stands to trailers to lifts, things of that nature.
That's kind of a niche industry, I guess. Sometimes, we forget about everything that we use has to be manufactured somewhere, including marine equipment. So, since this is kind of a niche industry, how did this search go?
The search went well. I would say the biggest challenge we faced was really understanding our clients' needs and helping them shape their needs into a well-defined position. They came to Twice as Nice with just some frustration of really understanding how to define the specific role they were looking for that would help fill capacity gaps, both on the administrative side and the operations support side as well. And what we do is for every search, we conduct an intake call. And during this call, we'll ask a set of questions pertaining to how our client would define a rock star for the position. So what exactly they're looking for. So we listen intently to the needs and act as kind of like an advisor as to how to build out a search and how it would align with specific title and responsibilities. So just really understanding and actively listening to the needs of our client, building out that search and finding that rock star for our client.
Listening is so important. Gosh, listening to understand as well, right?
Right.
And that
Right.
helped us really find this rock star for this client because from what I understand, they had gone to a couple other recruiting firms and were
Correct.
having some issues. And so can you tell me a little bit about how we were able to find this person for them in a way that maybe these other recruiting firms weren't?
Sure. Yeah. So I think we understood that the executive administrative side was most important, and then the operational side was secondary. So building out the responsibilities and the qualifications that aligned with those expectations, again, organically from scratch, and then hearing what would set somebody apart. So the rockstar qualities that would entail ISO certified facility experience or even marine experience, understanding the value proposition that our client offers. All of those are kind of bonuses or extras, but they're as important as the fundamental requirements so we can find that rockstar candidate.
So tell me about the timeline to find this rock star candidate and to place them, because it seemed like a pretty smooth search.
Yes, so we're able to sail to the finish line, no pun intended, by day 41. We actually submitted our winning candidate on day 11, and this candidate was our first submittal. So our client wanted to do their due diligence in terms of just getting perspective on other candidates that may be a great fit. But they also understood the importance of, acting with urgency and constant communication to ensure that our candidate was engaged and knew that she was the first submittal or candidate that we were submitting for consideration. So 41 days, we were able to close. Our client was able to do their due diligence.
So you sailed to the finish line. I guess we could say it was also a smooth sailing search. We could have so many puns on this, but I'm sure there were a lot of lessons learned in this. Was there any lesson that we took from this that we could apply to future searches with this client or any others?
Yeah, so I think it boils down just to active listening. So again, Twice as Nice, we have a very collaborative, consultative approach. So when our clients share that there's been a struggle, whether it's with previous recruiting firms or just internal search efforts, we just want to make sure there's alignment on role title, responsibilities, qualifications, and then we're happy to act as, consultants, so to speak, and really listen to our clients' pain points and struggles, and then formulate a search that can help alleviate those strains.
You could say that we put the wind in their sails by giving them this candidate. No, thank you so much, Katie, for talking with me about this role and this placement. I think it's very interesting that we can even find these fairly common roles, but within these niche markets of people that need kind of these really specific skill sets, and we're able to find those candidates, even if it's in some type of marine sector or anything else. So very interesting, and thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thanks for having me.